Our mission at the Sheilah A. Doyle Foundation is to provide support and assistance to children between the ages of 7 and 17 who lost a parent or sibling to homicide. And we believe that through our camp program, Camp Sheilah, and our college scholarship program, we believe that we can turn a kid's tragedy into a bright future. My life dramatically changed on July 3rd, 1993. My mom was a nurse. She worked at Little Company Mary Hospital in Evergreen Park. When she drove by a Subway shop on 95th Street, there were 3 men, and they had shot a hole through the hood of one of their mother's hoods. And so they were driving around that night trying to find a hood to replace the one that they shot a hole through. So my mom happened to just drive the exact same car, the one they needed to replace. So they followed her home all the way for 30 minutes to our home in Palos Park. As she pulled into the garage, 2 guys ran out of the car. They ran up the driveway and they put her in the back of the trunk, shot her in the back of the head, and left her there to die. As a 17-year-old, I didn't really know how to take that. Ultimately, I felt alone. Really, there wasn't a lot of services that were available for this type of loss. So we kind of were just left to deal with it on our own. You just have to learn to kind of live with it. And I think most families that deal with homicide loss go through that similar thing. Once I graduated from school, I really had this thought that I really wanted to figure out a way to help others that had gone through a similar tragedy as our family. So my family and I decided to start the Sheilah A. Doyle Foundation. One of the questions a lot of volunteers ask me is, are you a sustainable nonprofit organization? I can tell you that since 2010, we have raised over $1 million. We have served over 100 children. We have also given out over $40,000 in college scholarships to 9 high school seniors that have attended our camp, and we just want to continue to succeed in our mission. The organization has been recognized on every local news station. We have a PSA running on WBBM radio today. Also this year is the first time that we're actually being covered by a national news organization because they want to know what we're doing here on a local level here in Chicago just due to the homicide issue that exists here. Usually on Sunday we do a closing service, and you know, at that time I can't tell you the number of volunteers that have come up to me or my sisters or my dad or my wife and have given us a hug and said, hey, you have no idea what this has done for me. I mean, we're building a community of people to help victims of homicide, and you know, this is one of the few programs that are around today. And I think a big reason for that is that people don't want to talk about this. If you know someone who's experienced a homicide, you don't know how to approach them. And if it's happened to you, you certainly don't want to talk about it. So what the camp allows you to do is share your story in a safe way with others that have gone through a similar type tragedy. A lot of these kids learn just by listening, and I think that's really an important aspect to what we do at camp. As everyone knows, homicide in Chicago is an enormous problem, and it just continues. And so we know that because that problem's not going away, either are we. We're certainly in this for the long haul, and you know, we want to help as many children as we can in their grief journey. Your job at camp really is to just be there for them. When you show up to camp the first day, you're going to be super, super nervous. But what I can tell you is that being a part of this program, now you're a part of our family. You come in some of these small groups and you'll hear kids' stories that will change you forever. This will be one of the most rewarding experiences that you'll ever have probably in your life.